Coming first race, a condition pacing event. The purse $20,000. These are the paces for race number 1. Number 1 is JK's Champ, owned by Robert Rodriguez, driven by Luke Hanners. Number 2, DP Real or Deal, owned by William Hart, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 3, Frank DeFord, owned by Irving Bluestein, the driver Matt Thurn. Number 4, St. Lance Sterling, owned by Jenny Kellogg and the Jackie Green Stables, driven by Jay Randall. Something Better Ray, number 5, owned by Ron Cushing and Kevin Swick. Ron Cushing driving. And number 6, American Artist K, owned by Mark Eaton and Robert Griffin. Brent Beckwith in They're making their way back to the starting gate. Lining up and moving in. And the gate moves on to the backstretch. First race pacers in behind the gate. And they're off from the inside. Frank DeFord going out for the lead. There goes St. Lance Sterling down inside. JK's Champ. DP Real or Deal comes away racing in fourth. Gap of a length and a half to Something Better Ray. And true on the field, that's American Artist K. Panicked on the first time. It's JK's Champ showing the way. On the outside, St. Lance Sterling at the pylons. Frank DeFord racing third. Opening quarter on the board goes in 27-3. They're in the stretch for the first time. Motoring up on the outside, here comes St. Lance Sterling, and St. Lance Sterling comes on to get the lead. JK's Champ back to second. Frank DeFord third, followed up by DP Real or Deal at the cones in fourth. Followed up by Something Better Ray, and on the field it's American Artist K as they swing around the clubhouse turn. Jay Randall has St. Lance Sterling on top by a length. JK's Champ back to second. Frank DeFord towards the inside, racing third. They're halfway home at 55-4. They straighten out down the backstretch. St. Lance Sterling at 5-2 on top by a length. JK's Champ racing in second. Underway on the outside. Here comes DP Real or Deal on the march from third. As they round the far turn, it's St. Lance Sterling, 3 parts of a length. Here comes DP Real or Deal moving up on the outside. Those two heads apart. JK's Champ now locked in towards the inside, racing third. 3/4 here in 1:23-4. They're on the final turn. DP Real or Deal on the outside. Puts ahead in front. St. Lance Sterling battles back towards the inside. Up on the outside, racing third. Something Better Ray. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. And DP Real or Deal takes command. St. Lance Sterling up the pylons. JK's Champ on a deep stretch. It will be Bruce Ranger and DP Real or Deal in front. Time for the mile, 1:51-1. Six on the bottom. Time for the mile, 1:51-1. In the upcoming second race, number 5, Topeka Trick In. Make the driver Drew Campbell. This is for race number 10, number 1, Crockett's Calling In, owned by Larry Stolbaum, the driver Brett Beckwith. Number 2, JM's Delight, owned and driven by Greg Merton. Number 3 is Adriano Hanover, owned by Gerald McKenzie Jr., the driver Kevin Switzer Jr. Number 4, Just a Little Bit A, owned by the Jesmerill Stable, driven by Nick Raffam. Purple Poet, number 5, owned by Joe Pozarski, driven by Bruce Ranger. Number 6, Hudson Phil, owned by the Kellogg Racing Stables, Jay Randall driving. And number 7, He's Poised to Pounce, owned by Tim Bajarski and Anthony Gruppo, Matt Thurn in the sulky. That's your field for the upcoming. Race 10 Pacers, winding up in behind the gate. And they're off on the far outside. There goes He's Points to Pounce from between horses. Just a little bit A. Down inside, Crockett's calling in. They are stacked up 3 deep into the first turn. James Delight has dropped in fourth. Gap of 2 lengths to Adriano Hanover, followed by Purple Poet, and true on the field it's Hudson Phil. Paddock turned the first time. Crockett's calling in, takes command. They reach the quarter in 26-1. They're in the stretch for the first time. And it's Crockett's calling in on top by a length, right there in second, just a little bit A. Down inside racing third, James Delight at the cones. Racing in fourth, it's He's Poised to Pounce, followed by Adriano Hanover. Up on the outside, there goes Purple Poet. And true on the field, but on the move, it's Hudson Phil. As they swing around the clubhouse turn. Brett Beckwith has Crockett's calling in at 7-2 on top by a length. Right there, tucked in, racing in second, just a little bit A. Moving up on the outside with a rush. Here comes James Delight from third. Halftime goes in 55-4. They straighten out down the backstretch. Crockett's calling in, continues to lead. James Delight on the rim, racing in second, boxed in towards the inside, just a little bit A, racing along in third, up on the outside, Purple Poet, covered up towards the inside, He's Poised to Pounce, racing in fifth. 3/4 here in 1:23-2. They run that final turn and bang! Just like that, Crockett's calling has opened up a 3-length lead towards the inside, racing in second. Just a little bit A, up on the outside, 3 wide. Here comes Purple Poet. They're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. Crockett's calling in. Up the pylons. Here comes just a little bit A, far outside. James Delight, deep stretch. Crockett's calling in front. Just a little bit A was second. James Delight third. Time for the mile, 1:51 flat. Holmes Hanover. Owned and trained by Larry Stolbaum. Training double for Larry Stolbaum. Driven to victory by Brett Beckwith. That is a driving triple hat trick for Brett Beckwith. Crockett's calling in, pacing the mile in 1:51 flat. The 10th race is official. Here is the order of finish. Number 1, Crockett's calling in, your race winner. James Delight third. Adriano Hanover was 6th. Just